Good morning, and thank you all for joining us on such short notice to go over our emergency response to this winter weather condition. This is Connie Odom, Public Affairs Manager for Williamson County. We are going to have County Judge Bill GRibel speak, and then Williamson County Sheriff Mike Gleason, followed by our Emergency Management Director, Michael Shue. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat. Please mute your microphone so that everybody can have a very clear ability to listen. And I'll go ahead and let Judge GRibel open it up.
And Connie, just for my clarification, will you be reading those questions out loud and then directing those to the sheriff, myself, or Shue at the end?
Yes. If any questions that are put in the chat, I will go ahead and read to you at the end and indicate who should be speaking.
Good, perfect. Good morning. My name is Bill GRibel, and I serve as Williamson County Judge. You spell my name G-R-A-V-E-L-L. We wanted to do a brief press conference to update you on current weather conditions here in Williamson County and some of the challenges that we are facing. I want to say this to our Williamson County residents. We are in a state of an emergency. And with that being said, you will hear from all of the leadership today that we are encouraging you just to stay at home. Our current road conditions are extremely icy here in Williamson County, and it is no longer just bridges and overpasses, it's main roads. We have travel warnings issued for the western part, the northwestern part, and the northern part of Williamson County. We are at a current time where we are not able to keep up with the demand for sanding and icing of our roads, which makes it incredibly dangerous for all of our residents. Temperatures are below freezing at all locations, and the roads are no longer warm and they're cold, and that's why the ice is sticking. I want Williamson County and our Central Texas community to understand this. Today is just the first day of what looks like a 3 to 4 day event. I believe that we are preparing for some of the worst weather that we have ever seen here in Central Texas, and that we need to make sure that we take care of our family and that we're safe. And I would encourage you as well to check on your neighbors. Those of you that have neighbors, some that may be elderly, take an effort to walk next door and to check on your neighbors. I believe that we're preparing for a snowstorm, the likes that we haven't seen before, and we're seeing snowfall predictions that are significant. Following my comments, the sheriff will speak, and then Mr. Shue, and then we'll be able to answer some questions for you. Let me be clear. In Williamson County, we are preparing for blizzard conditions. And those are not ever words that I've heard in my lifetime here in Williamson County. And we need the public's help. We need the public to stay at home so our first responders can do their job. Sheriff Mike Gleason.
Thank you, Judge. The Williamson County Sheriff's Office has gone to what we refer to as an AB schedule now. What that means for its citizens is every deputy, an essential employee that is not on duty, is at home resting and will come back in a 12-hour shift, 12 on, 12 off. We have also provided all of our resources to every municipality inside Williamson County to back up their cities as needed for calls for service in their city. As such, Georgetown, Cedar Park, Hutto, and Round Rock have the duties of protecting us while we drive on these flyovers for our toll roads. Those can be very cumbersome on staffing until TxDOT can get back out to ice or re-ice to make those roadways possible to travel on. So while they're maintaining that, we will answer calls for service in their community. We are also set up for our Emergency Operations Center. We have overstaffed with command, myself, my assistant chiefs, and my chief, and we will monitor those either from the SO or from home for any unmet needs for any city or in the county. For those of you who may suffer some type of power loss due to a downed tree, we request that you do not try to clear your property at this time, because that tree may be supporting a power line that is still live and dangerous. So having said that, leave it alone. If you are having an issue With heating your home, I believe the emergency management, Michael Shu, will direct this, but we also operate warming centers. And as the judge replied, check on your neighbors. They might bring you in, shelter in place, check on people for those resources you may need. This is the time that our community comes together. The warming centers will be operated as needed, and also we have the resources of the American Red Cross to come in for food, water, and those things as well. Having said that, please do not travel. We currently have all of our deputies stationed throughout the county to handle calls for service as in progress. Those calls that can be handled over the phone will be handled by telephone. Anything in progress, the deputies will respond, but we try to keep their travel as minimal as possible due to we've already had several vehicles involved in collisions, being struck, etc. So it's just as unsafe for our first responders as it is for you. So we try to keep them in place as well. That is all I have right now, and I'm open to any questions later on.
Good afternoon, everyone. Michael Shu, Director of Emergency Management. I'll echo what the judge and the sheriff have said. I've issued a travel advisory for the western portions of the county. As the judge and sheriff have mentioned already, the roads they are iced over, and along with the bridges and any overpasses. So we're just asking everyone to please stay home. Do not travel unless it's absolutely necessary. And if you do have to travel, please reduce your speed accordingly. Additionally, we'll be opening the Williamson County Emergency Operations Center at 2 o'clock today. And as the sheriff said, we'll be looking into standing up warming centers to take care of our residents. And again, please do not travel. Stay home. Check on your friends and families. And remember the 4 Ps, which is pets, people, plants, and pipes. Thank you.
And I want to again say to all the residents of Williamson County, I know that you're exhausted. I know that you're fatigued. I know that a lot has been placed upon you in the last year. But let me say this is what sets us apart from the rest of America. We are Texas, and we as Texans pull up our bootstraps and we work together to protect one another and to care for one another. Please check on your neighbors and your friends, and we want you to understand that we are currently in the state of emergency, and we are expecting blizzard conditions within the next 24 to 36 hours. Stay at home, stay safe, stay warm, and check on your neighbors.